The other thing I think the church has to be very concerned with is a kind of nationalism, which isn't patriotism. It's arrogant, self-righteous, tribalistic chauvinism, really. And Americans are very prone to this kind of self-righteous nationalism. Our invasion of Grenada was a very good case in point. Most Americans stood up and cheered, don't pour water on our parade, this was a great, wonderful thing we did. Totally unheeding the fact that most of the world sat on its hands and watched in horror our invasion of Grenada. We were blinded by pride. Our pride, swollen faces closed up our eyes so that we couldn't see what was going on. And America's not the only country that suffers from this kind of self-righteousness. Almost all nations do. Well, it is certainly the role of the religious community to attack that kind of nationalism, which simply makes it impossible to be sisterly and brotherly to people who live beyond your shores or borders.
What is it about our citizens and those of other countries when they organize collectively as a nation? They continue to do that. That's not a new phenomena. You could attach many names to Grenada.
I think a lot of things get into that. Pride, obviously, And pride is not accidentally, but essentially competitive. I can't go up unless you go down. Somebody's got to lose for me to win. So that's certainly part of it. I think at a deeper psychological level, there's an enormous insecurity. I think when people feel insecure about themselves and feel powerless as individuals, they want to relate to some form of power so they'll feel better about themselves, so they latch on to the pride of the United States. Whenever I see somebody, America first, America's got to be number one in terms of power, not in terms of decency, I always think, boy, that's a really insecure person who needs to latch on to that kind of power, who can't be critical of his country. He must be very insecure. And there's a lot of insecurity around these days.